Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I am Nancy O with Rick here. You're going to be cooking with Nancy and Rick this morning. We have a very special recipe for you. It's a little involved, but it's called eggplant Parmesan. And we're so excited about this because it's absolutely delicious. We pre-made a dish. It's our son's birthday, so we're going to share it with them for dinner on his birthday. And we're just so excited. Now, I have to first share with you what we grew on the tower. This is a zucchini. We're not cooking with it today, but do you see how big this is? This got so big because it was hiding behind a leaf. And it grew out and over the cage. And all of a sudden, Rick moved this leaf one day and he's like, oh my gosh, look at this zucchini. So this is how exciting it can be to grow on the tower. Our grandson one day came running to me because he found a cucumber that none of us had seen. So it's really kind of exciting to watch things grow and watch all different generations enjoy watching the plants and that. Everyone's amazed when they come to our house because we invite a lot of people over. I'm going to hand that to you, Rick, so he can send that off. So today's recipe is our eggplant that we grew on the tower. And I want to show you, we're going to use some basil leaves. Now look at how big those basil leaves are. These are ginormous, Rick. And they grow like this all the time on the tower. And oh my gosh, the smell is incredible. So we're going to show you a picture of how the eggplants grow on the tower, because this looks like a little bit different eggplant than you're used to. I grew a smaller eggplant, and on the eggplant, it has, it starts with a little purple flower you'll see up in the right-hand corner. And then in the middle of there, you're going to see a little bitty speck of a eggplant growing. And then they grow into this size. Now, we didn't realize how fast that they would grow. And we let the first few get a little bit bigger than this. And then they lost that beautiful purple color. And you'll see that we have ginormous ones in our thing. But they are fast, easy. And once again, we went out there this morning and there were two more. These were the two we pulled this morning. So we're going to teach you how to do an eggplant Parmesan. There's a couple steps. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to slice this into half-inch round, quarter inch thick rounds. And these are really easy to do. Let me move this bowl so they can see you. Okay. Yeah, you're fine right there. Okay. The next thing he's going to work, well, yeah, I'm going to let Rick do it. Uh-oh, do we have brown in there? We did have one eggplant that something crawled in and enjoyed, so we didn't get to use him. And you know how those little critters are when you're growing outside. So we're going to take the eggplant and we're going to put it into an egg wash, which is just 1/4 cup of milk and a couple eggs for this recipe. Okay, you want to go ahead and do the, and then we're going to put it in some breadcrumbs. I'm going to move this up here so you can see what he's doing. Whoops. Yes. Okay, so I want to tell you about our panko breadcrumbs. So you're going to use panko breadcrumbs. You're going to add some Parmesan cheese to it. You're going to add some oregano to it. Some fresh thyme, which we didn't have fresh, so we used our dried. Can you believe I didn't have thyme growing? I don't know what's wrong with me. And then like a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and then some sea salt and some freshly ground pepper. And you just mix that all together, and we're going to coat this. I am. Do you think that other one's cool so I can show them what it looks like? Okay. And after we bake it, it's going to turn out, can you see that? Okay. So you're just going to bake these for about 18 minutes until they're a little golden brown. Okay? Yeah. We're going to shove aside this process so we can go on to the next process. It's a little bit involved, but it's a very easy recipe. If you guys have breaded anything, the big thing here is you're baking this. And when you bake it, you don't have the frying. And that's what's so good about this. So let me touch this pan without my mittens on because I will burn myself. So Now you're going to layer this in the pan. And when you layer this in the pan, this is, I started it already. We're going to put them down in, cover your pan. You're going to first put some marinara sauce. And this is what I want to talk to you about. The marinara sauce that we are using is our recipe that we canned last year from all those tomatoes we got. So you can make your own sauce, or you can go to the store and buy a nice marinara sauce, however you want to do it. If you're not into canning, which we're going to share this recipe when our tomatoes get ripe this year, because it's such a delicious recipe. Our recipe has carrots and onions and all kinds of good, yummy things in it. And that's why we love using it. And because we use fresh, it's a little bit more, it's a thinner sauce. But if you wanted to take a can of crushed tomatoes, add some oregano to it and some other seasonings to give it a little bit of flavor, you can have your own marinara sauce right there. You can buy yours, or later we'll teach you how to make our spaghetti sauce. So what I have here is a layer of the marinara sauce. I put a layer of the eggplant on, more sauce, and then the cheese. Oh, you forgot to drizzle the top with, that's all right, it'll be fine, Rick. Okay, now we're going to add another layer of sauce on here. And I just do a little bit to cover here. This is so exciting, guys, because I have never eaten eggplant Parmesan, and I hear it's so delicious. It's such a delicacy in the Asian. Okay, and now look at this. We're just going to layer this. I have various sizes of eggplant here, so I just kind of put as much in here as I can and fill all the spaces. And the mozzarella cheese, we picked up sliced cheese, but actually a round cheese would, if you put a nice thick piece of round on top of each one, that would be really good. Let's fill that spot. And I don't think it's going to hurt to overlap anything. So now we have a nice layer of our eggplant. It's been breaded. It's been baked in the oven for 18 minutes because it needed to get golden brown, not deep fried. We used a low-fat mozzarella cheese. We are using homemade marinara sauce. Now we're going to layer it again. When we do our sauces, we love doing smaller jars. And the reason is because it's just the two of us. But you can make this sauce and actually freeze it, which we're going to, like I said, we're going to show you guys how to do this sauce. You can freeze it. That's before we got into canning, we froze it. So even if you don't want to can, you can make the sauce and freeze it, and it's still just as good. Okay. Now we're going to hit it up with some more mozzarella cheese. Look at how delicious this is looking, guys. Then, oh, I did 2 pieces. Oh, well. Rick says, oh, well, to 2 pieces on there. What do you think, guys? That means I better 2 pieces every one. We'll let the birthday boy have this one. Okay, so if you were using round cheese anyway, it would probably be this thick. Look at that. Now we're going to top it with, whoops, Parmesan cheese. And it's just a little bit. And you're going to put this in, is it a 400 degree oven? Yeah. 400 degree oven. And we're going to cook it for like 20 minutes. Don't grab it yet. He's trying to grab my dish to put in the oven, and I'm not quite done. What happened to my sea salt, dear? He keeps walking away with my ingredients. So we're going to take just a pinch. I have some fine sea salt to put on top of here, and then it goes in the oven. Now you may have it. So here's what's going to happen. After that cooks for 20 minutes, you're going to turn around and turn your broiler on. I cooked mine on the top shelf of the oven. So when I turn the broiler on, I put it on low, and anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes, you let this get all toasty like this. And then it looks gorgeous when you come out of the oven. And then you just lay your fresh basil leaves on top of there. And what a combination. Stop drooling, honey.
Too late.
Too late. He has been asking, he's ready to eat this because you should smell our house. It smells so delicious right now. So before I let him taste that, I want, that was done purposely, guys. I want to tell you the benefits of eggplant. I had no idea. I have never eaten eggplant. This is why I love my tower. I am trying so many new vegetables. I've never found creative ways for zucchini like I have the past 2 or 3 years, and all the other vegetables I'm growing. So the eggplant, I have been dying to do this eggplant Parmesan. So it's very rich in many nutrients, and which means it contains a great deal of minerals and fiber and all those good things for you. It's high in antioxidants. It may reduce the risk of heart disease. Why is that? Because it's so high in fiber and it's low calorie food, right? So then it may promote blood sugar control. Now, the bottom line is, guys, any vegetable is going to do this. If you eat a very plant-based diet, you're going to have great health. Okay, it also has many benefits to fighting cancer. All these good nutrients are so good for your body, and it's very easy to add it into your diet. So this is a great new option for you to add to your diet to stay healthy. And I'm going to tell you, when you start putting these kinds of foods into your body, you're going to have more energy. Your skin's going to start glowing, and you're just going to feel better. Okay, I think I have delayed Rick long enough. He's sitting here staring at this, guys. All right, Rick, would you like to taste this?
Yes, I would.
Okay, let's cut into it. And you're not getting a basil leaf. Oh, there's your basil leaf. Let's see if I can get a piece out here without making too much of a mess. Oh, the cheese is just as crispy as you can just hear the crispiness in it. Okay, so I cut into it a little for you. Oh, that cheese is so stuck together. Yes. Okay, go ahead. There's a piece there you can try. He had to run and get a knife. Okay, I am dying to see Rick's taste when he eats this. All right. He's going back for seconds already.
Very good.
Very good. It smells so delicious. Guys, it is so that the cheese is nice and crispy from being on top in the broiler. And I cannot wait to serve this to the family today for dinner. And actually, I think I might even serve it on a bed of whole wheat noodles. What do you think? I thought it would be a little bit runnier than it is, but I think that would be so delicious. Oh, you want me to add more sauce?
You can if you want.
Oh, so he wants me to do the bed of noodles, sauce, and then the eggplant Parmesan on it is what he's saying. So what a great idea. Is that as good as chicken Parmesan?
Mm-hmm.
It's as good as chicken Parmesan, and it is way lower in calories, guys. So you'll have to tell me what you think of this recipe, because we're really excited about this one. We have double batches going here in the kitchen, and I look forward to hearing from you. I have no idea what's going to be producing next week on the tower, because I want to do something off of the tower. One other thing I want to share with you guys is we are growing Marvel peas, which just is a pea, but they grow in pods. And we had a bunch of them on the tower. And our grandson, he's 6 years old, almost 7. And he says, "What are these, Mima?" And I told him what they were. And I showed him how you had to snap open the pod to get the pea out. And he's like, "I want to do that." So he sat here at the table and snapped the peas open for me and put them in the dish. So that's also another exciting thing that kids learn with the tower. It's very exciting to see the kids learning The adults are amazed by everything. So guys, reach out. We are having a blast with this tower and we would love to share it with you. And if you're in the St. Louis area, we'll invite you over to come see ours. It is so wonderful. So next week's recipe will be a surprise because we want to see what we're going to be in bloom. Oops, sorry about that, Rick. We have pumpkins growing like crazy on our tower, sugar pie pumpkins. We're really excited about that. So I also want to give a shout out to my back person who's running all my video for me, Catman Marketing. You guys reach out to him. He's really good at what he does. And we are planning on seeing you next week and maybe with the grandkids. We haven't firmed that up yet, but if we have the grandkids doing the thing with us, I'm thinking about doing a special treat with the grandkids in addition to a regular recipe. So until next week, you guys have a fabulous week. We're looking forward to our week and spending time with all kinds of friends and family. And you guys do the same. Stay cool and comfortable out there. See you until next week. Okay, I'm gonna try it.
That's very good.
Wow. I really like this. Oh my goodness, this is a huge winner. Chris is gonna love this for his birthday.
Yep.